this video, we start off here at the foot of Loch Chandra Dam, but the first thing I need to do is top up the oil on the old Honda here, because it is known to drink a bit of oil. I haven't dipped oil yet, but I can guarantee you that it's used some. So here we go. Look at that, folks. It's not even on the dipstick, as I suspected. So that's it, folks. It took a lot of oil there. So car maintenance is crucial when you do as much miles exploring as me, and that just proves it. The oil was low. That Honda uses a bit of oil, but always just keep on top of it and make sure there's oil in it. Anyway, folks, I'm now going right up to Loch Chandra, but a cool first little location here on this video is this little, it's like a small dam. So this is the little dam bit here. It's pretty cool. I've not been here for ages. Look, there's a couple of little cows over here on the riverbank. It looks deep there. It's probably a good 12 to 20 foot deep, I would guess. Good old bit of engineering there with the cast iron and the stonework. It's pretty cool. This will all be probably marshland around here. The little dam wall here runs right out all the way to this building. So maybe if the top dam burst, this is the way they could control it or something. There is a way they can open that pipe, the valve on that pipe. It's quite interesting the way this is made. I'm going to go down here again here, look. I'm curious here as to see how they've made this. Here we go, folks. We're right down at the side of the dam here. And look at the cast iron reinforcement. Here's something totally crazy. There's a razor on here. If you tried to climb along that, you'd be cut. That's maybe the reason to do it. Look at this big cast iron pipe. It's a cool spot, folks. Look at the big bolts here. It's not advised that you go too near stuff like that. So that was a cool start to the video, folks. A little look at that unusual wee dam there. The little river just meanders down the side here from it. We'll move on to another location now, see what we can find. It's a hilltop view. This is one of my favourite views on the Glen Isla Road that takes you towards Ailith, and this is it here. It's an epic scene. A few weeks ago I talked about how the sheep around here just roam around, and they didn't go like miles away from the farms. But this is actually one of the reasons. There's cattle grids in places. If the sheep try and run away, their feet will get stuck in there. So that's a cool little thing. But that view, incredible. Another thing that's on this hilltop road, we saw it on the Cairn Mount on a previous video, there's like snow poles, and the snow poles are for showing you where the road is when everything's white out with snow, like blizzard conditions. Anyway folks, let's go. Folks, here we are at the next location, which is the Backwater Dam. It's one of my favourite locations to come to, and I've never actually come to this corner of it. There was a previous video, I went up on the hill there to see what that cement pillar thing was, and I have since then found out that it's like a trig point, and there's more of them over there at the other side of the dam, and they can measure if the ground's moving or anything like that. So I just noticed there's a cool little spot here when I was driving past, so I just thought I would come for a little look. It's pretty cool. What a spot this is, folks. It's like a little beach at the corner of Backwater Dam here. It's quite a cool spot. Look at the way this wall's shaped. So if the force of the water or whatever's on that, it'll always deflect it back down. It's pretty cool. It's an amazing angle with a view up the valley here. It was built in the 60s, this dam. You can kind of tell by the architecture of the era on the tower, and also just the way all the fencing cement pieces are made. All the years I've been driving up here, I never noticed this spot. Like, the sun's low in the sky, and now in Scotland here the clocks have changed, so it gets dark earlier, so it'll probably be getting dark about 5 PM tonight. Here's a tree which has probably fallen into the water at some point. All these waves are created by the wind. One time in the future, probably if the water's lower, sometimes the water's quite low, I thought it would be quite cool to try and walk right around this dam and try and see if there's any remains of the history which was lost when this place was flooded. Because I think it was built in 1969. But this spot here was definitely worth visiting. If the water's lower, there's probably a fair sized kind of beach area here. Anyway folks, that was a cool little spot there. I'm glad I stopped. It's about 9 degrees centigrade. Pretty windy. But overall the weather's pretty good, so we'll move on. So this is another part of maintaining my car here, folks. I'm just doing the tyre pressures. I was just away to go for a walk. Well, you've just seen me, I'm at the side of the backwater dam, and I just thought I'll check my tyre pressures while I'm here. And sure enough, that tyre's needing some air. So this was the perfect time to do it. Here we are with the next location, folks, which is the Sunset over Lintraithen Loch, which is another man-made dam. But this isn't what we came to this location to look at. I was just driving past here and I noticed something interesting. It was a little red brick shed in the wood, and I wonder if it was maybe something to do with the old waterworks, because all this was made way back in the 1800s. So it could be an old shed. I probably walked right past it. When I was in the car I saw it, no bother. Looks like all this forest here has recently been felled. It's a lot less windy here at Lintraithen than what it was at the backwater. Here's the wee shed, folks. It's actually fenced off, so we'll not get in it, but we'll have a wee look. We'll take a look through the fence at it. So there's a little teepee in the wood there. Don't know if somebody's camping. In this little abandoned shed we can see there is remains of some electronics, which could be something to do with the old beginnings of the dam in the Victorian era. So that's an interesting little hut. I wonder what it has been. There's a light switch and some electronics there, but we can't really see a lot. Somebody must own this ground here, because there's a tent in the wood there. Somebody's maybe on their holiday. But it actually looks like a right damp spot that they've chosen. In the distance on the hill I can see Ballantor Castle. Yeah. That little shed looks so eerie. That's how it was definitely worth having a look at. I can't see any fishing boats out on Lintraithen Loch tonight. I thought I could hear the engine of a fishing boat there, but it's maybe something else. The further down here we get, the better the sunset will look over this direction. Right folks, I'll end the video with this sunset, and we'll see you in the next one.